me ask you a question. Is there anything better than a good old-fashioned road trip? The amazing views, wide open roads, and ability to sleep anywhere help to give you a
sense of freedom you don't get with other holidays.
I'm still recovering from a pretty nasty botched knee operation a few years back, so I love being able to cover long distances and explore absolutely fire places without inflating my step count all that much. But since we arrived in New Zealand, people keep telling us that van life is overrated and hiking life is the way to go, which got me thinking maybe we should give it a go. In a former life, we have done epic multi-day treks all across the globe, carrying our own camping gear and provisions, but I reckon that's a bit too much for me in my current state. So I thought, why not have a look for a cheeky day hike? And that's how I stumbled across the Tongariro Crossing, a simple saunter up and over a volcano-infested mountain pass. Sounds simple, right? Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. This is a tale of near exhaustion.
I'm really unfit, I think.
A rather slippery screw face, and a selfless husband who gave his wifey the last of their dwindling water supplies. Anyway, as you saw in our last video, we stocked up on provisions, did a spot of carb loading at a rather interesting looking Mackey's, and popped to the local tourist office to find out how exactly to do this bloody mother-flippin' leg breaker of a hike. Next up, we need to drive south and find a campsite because we have got an early start tomorrow.
What are you doing? Why have you just pulled in here?
I just pulled off the side of the road. The reason being is
the things you don't do you regret.
Wow, 2 in-betweeners references in one video. Good going, Jack. Hit us up in the comments with your favourite in-betweeners moment.
better get going, eh?
Yeah.
Hard to get out here gracefully. The rocks are very, very sharp.
Come on, Jack, hurry up.
The rocks.
Oh, that was refreshing. Now let's find this campsite. Oh, shit.
Shit indeed.
But the best campsites are always on the other side of a rickety-looking bridge over a steep, steep gorge. Here's a free bit of camping advice for you. When you arrive at a new spot, first you need to grab a beer and identify the toilet facilities before it gets dark.
Found it.
So I'm prepping the sausage sarnies for our lunch tomorrow on our big hike. And I always remember now to use the light knife skills I learnt off your dad.
On the road, use whatever tools are available for the job.
Use a fruit knife and cut it. Either use your thigh or your hand as a chopping board. It's the safest way to do it, trust me. There we go. Let's get these bad boys in.
Dinner around lunch in like half an hour.
Yeah, what's for dinner?
Sag aloo packet, and it is very, very, very tasty. Okay, the thing that's going to keep me going today is snacks. Now we've got a lot of snacks. We've got 2 sausage sandwiches. I think we should have a cereal bar now before we start. Sausage sandwich at 10. Then we should have some cheese and crackers. Then we should have another sausage sandwich. And then we should have some cake. Oh yeah.
Do you reckon we're going to need to take our raincoats? Because the sky is looking a tad ominous, I've got to say.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit moody today, but that's perfect for hiking, I think.
Yeah.
Don't want it sunny.
Slightly twisted logic there if I do say so myself.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm excited for my sausage sandwich.
But before we can tuck into our food stash, we need to wait for a shuttle bus which will take us to the other side of the volcano. Then we will hike back up, across and down to our car.
So once it ends, we'll get in our van and we can just off out of here.
Sounds simple enough, right?
This hike's only supposed to be 90k long. I still don't see no sign of the bloody car park.
Oh dear, this looks promising.
Don't behind a rock. Do not poo in the mountain. Bloody love them at me. Bathroom stop first. No shit in the mountains. All these signs are proper fearmongering. They're like, are you prepared? Do you have the right equipment? And now I'm like, I don't know. Do I?
You do.
I didn't pack any skis though.
Whoa.
Anyway, screw it. Let's go for it.
20 minutes in and we're already peeling off layers. But better to be over-prepared than under-prepared with too many clothes, eh? Behind me, I kind of feel like this looks a bit like Yorkshire or something, but I'm sure it's not going to the higher up we get, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you'd bothered to do any research, Jack, then you would know it's nothing like Yorkshire up there.
But despite the appearance of the lower slopes, you know you're not in Yorkshire when there's a massive great volcano and a lava field in front of it.
And from what I read, this volcano is still very much active. Scary stuff.
I don't know when the last time this erupted was,
Well, 2012 to be exact.
but fingers crossed it ain't gonna happen again anytime soon. Alright, how's the weather? Do you think we should turn back or carry on?
It's a very British question to ask. Well, the weather is looking good, so let's enjoy.
And I did enjoy the first part of the hike, to be fair, because it was gentle and flat. Perhaps hiking life ain't that bad after all.
Sign of things to come.
I'm feeling good, but this is like the first ascent and it's meant to be hard.
It was all going so well, and then...
Out of breath. I'm really unfit, I think. Woo. I got my inhaler.
Beer at the top.
Ah, is that? Quick. Let's go then. It's always good when there's a nice cold beer at the end of a big hike.
So I don't know if Nico knows this yet, but I actually drank all of the beer that we have left in the van.
Motherfucker. At least he has some sweet, sweet bribes for me though.
Come on, get going. Come on.
And drinks.
Wish it was cold.
Knowing what I know now, I wish I'd paced myself on the drinks a bit though.
The Haribo has kicked in and we're on flat ground. Now is where I shine.
But little did I know, the climbing was far from over.
Got another steep section coming up, so for you, missus, I'm going to prepare you a little snack of some cake and some cheese and crackers.
Yummy.
What a picnic spot. That's Mount Doom from the Lord of the Rings behind us. We're really nailing the pop culture references today.
As it says on the packet, tasty.
I just can't get over the fact that cheese in New Zealand, so bad. Just so plastically and cheap and...
He just will not stop going on about New Zealand's crappy cheese.
New Zealand's cheese game is weak as... Generally, they only seem to have like real like plastic long life crap with no flavour. And it's super expensive as well, so cheese lovers, stay away. Have you made your decision?
I think we should carry on.
As our American friends say, let's go haul some ass.
Oh, holy moly, look at that view. Wow.
I was soon brought back to earth by the sight of some of our fellow hikers deciding to turn around. What could possibly lie ahead?
The problem with these mountains is you think you're at the top, but then there's still further to go. Still further. I think this might be the red crater because it's red and looks like a crater. Yes, we reached the top. I can see where we've come from, the beautiful red crater, and some lakes in front of me. Let's go to the lakes.
But if you think it's plain sailing from here, then you'd be wrong. The worst is yet to come.
Whoa. Be careful. A little bit scary this bit. I'm pleased I've got poles, to be honest. Now, it's time for sausage sandwiches. They're a bit squashed. Oh, that's so refreshing. I feel like we need the sugar to then push on for the second half of this hike.
Sugar free.
It's not, is it though?
What do you reckon? Let us know whether you think Diet Pepsi is actually literally sugar-free or a massive con.
Everything was perfect. The sausage sarnie was perfect. The view was perfect. The strawberry lace that we have for dessert was perfect.
But then Jack somehow talked me into doing a not-so-short detour to go look at the Blue Lake.
It better be worth it. It better be worth it. I'm gonna kick your ass if you're not.
Turns out I didn't even need to kick his ass. Karma punished him on my behalf.
But my God, does it stink. Whew, so sulphury. Even though the landscape up here is absolutely stunning, it is also unbelievably barren as well. So it's amazing to see what just a bit of water can bring, the life it can bring to this valley, which otherwise feels like a moon landscape or something.
The hill to climb. How's these up hills, man? You can see where it's erupted and the lava's flowed into this lake and then just stopped. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Do you know what it is? I didn't follow my own advice. I always say go to the toilet because you never know when you're next going to be able to go, and I didn't go, and now all these toilets are shut and I need it. Damn.
Maybe that's because there is only us and one other straggler left out on the mountain. Bloody detours there. Yes, finally a toilet.
Time sandwich number dos. It's a little bit squashed. Beautiful.
Damn, I wish I'd saved that sandwich, because it turns out there was still a long way and many, many steps to go. And then, yet more bloody uphill.
Up, down, up, down. Oh my goodness, uphill. I feel like I can see the battery levels just dropping. I'm on like emergency power 10% right now.
I'm gonna need some serious bribing to get through this slog.
Come on. Come on.
The trail gradually got less steep, but it turns out our car was still many, many kilometers away.
Beautiful.
None of the blogs I read mentioned that there is a hike at the end of the hike. We were pretty buzzing as we entered into a forest, having been battered by the sun all day.
My knee's starting to hurt a little bit. Had a knee operation a few years ago and it's just never been the same since. Lots of steps certainly hurts it.
At least Jack can entertain himself by filming the flora whilst he waits for me.
Awesome.
No, it's okay. I'll let you drink the rest of our water, darling. Can you make it?
2 kilometers left. You sure you don't want some?
No, I'm good.
Almost at the end.
Well, it said this hike's only supposed to be 90k long, but I still don't see no sign of the bloody car park. Civilization.
Yes, we did it. Oh, thank for that. My knees are agony.
Nope. Turns out that it isn't the end either. Fuck's sake.
As a wise man once said, the adventure is never over until you're back at the car.
Yeah, no one knows who that is, Jack.
Where was this pace earlier, misters? Never seen you walk so fast.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh.
Ah, Vera! Never have I been so pleased to see an inanimate object.
We did it.
We did it, but we were literally the last people to get back.
Oh my gosh, this tastes so good and so cold.
Nearly 32,000 steps, excluding the steps I took to the public toilet this morning to go for a little Couldn't be more proud of you.
Oh.
You absolutely smashed it, so well done.
Thank you. It really kind of pulled on my knee at the end there. But, you know, you've got to do things outside of your comfort zone, especially when you're travelling. It's always really good to push yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to hike a hike like that every day, but I will remember it so well because, you know, we pushed ourselves and we did that. So, guys, you know, get out your comfort zone. Do something that you'll never forget when you travel.
Yep. Nice words to end it on.
Yeah, ignore that piece of advice. When I woke up the next day, I felt like I'd been hit by a bus. Screw hiking life, I am van life all the way. And with that in mind, we're gonna head off down south to catch a ferry to the South Island. Home to big ass mountains, lots more lakes, and some rather cute wildlife. See you next time.